Okay, I'm at 1009 Hancock doing the inspection. Tested all the GFCIs, the outlets with the little reset buttons, and all those are working properly, right? I noticed over here that there's very little space to go between the sink and the door. I've been running all the faucets. There's no leaks underneath. The toilets are nice and secure. They flush. Water pressure is good. Okay. Over here is your water heater. It's an electric water heater. That's the wire right there. That's a discharge tube that goes down. And the water heater is new and it's making hot water. The washer is a washer dryer combination, and it seems to be working fine. Over here is the front door. I noticed there's no doorbell. You have the intercom over here. All right, I tested all the outlets. Everything's wired properly. Here is the main panel. I opened it up. Everything looks like it was wired professionally. I did notice when I was taking the cover off that there are pointy headed screws, and you're not supposed to use those because those can puncture an electrical wire. It's supposed to be a flat headed screw like this. So I noticed that there was two pointy headed screws, one and two flat headed ones. You may just want to replace those. Okay, I ran all the appliances, microwave's working. Actually, I didn't work the oven. This is pulled away from the wall a little bit, so I'm guessing that the gas is off. I'll try and turn that on because this isn't working. All right, for the microwave, right now you can see that the wire, there's a notch or a cut that needs to be done to this shelf, or raise the shelf up above the plug in order for it to reach. Okay? And then you can see they put some caulk over here, but they didn't put any over here. I don't know if you want to grout this or caulk it, you know, but that's acceptable. Plenty of hot water, nothing leaking down below. If you look at the back, where the pipes come in the wall, those are supposed to have something called escutcheon flanges. I'll show you when I get to the bathroom what it looks like. That's a pretty easy thing to take care of. And the water's not running into the washing machine. Sometimes they come fitted with a plug that needs to be pulled. So that's something that should be taken care of. Right? The refrigerator is working fine. All the outlets are working fine. Out here on the patio, I noticed that there's some rust on the railings, right? This usually comes primed. It looks like it needs to be painted. You have an outlet over here, and that's working fine. So just a quick overview. So in case you guys haven't seen the property, right? Then you have a bedroom over here, and all the outlets are working fine. And I noticed that some of these doorknobs are a little bit loose. I think they need to be tightened up a little bit. I'm not particularly fond of how loose they are. Right, and this is the same entrance. It's like a Jack and Jill entrance into the bathroom. Right, and you can see I have all the water running over here. Everything's draining down properly. Nothing is leaking down underneath. Right, same thing over here. You need those escutcheons. You want to close up the back wall. The escutcheon flange is this thing right on the back over here. Right, that's supposed to be installed. This is an escutcheon. That's the way it's supposed to look. It's just a square one, not a round one. Okay, to control the shower, right? This is where you control if you want it to go to tub, if you want it to go to the shower head, and if you want it to go to the hand sprayer only. Okay? Everything looks good for drainage. Again, a little bit of caulk. Seems like it washed out. You're better off putting some grout. Grout isn't going to wash out like caulk will. So a little trick that they used to do, you fill the tub with water, and that mimics the weight of a person, and then you can grout it and let it dry, and then you can drain the tub. That way the grout won't crack in the future. That's why people usually don't use grout, is because they're afraid that it cracks once they step into it. Okay. I noticed a couple of little chips on the paint. There's one there. You know, I noticed a little bit of a chip that's coming from these doors. You see, because you have the two doors that open side by side, you know, you run the risk that this could be open when you go to open this one. So I don't know exactly how you would deal with that. And then over here, something like this, you might want to put a door stopper, right? So that this doesn't go through the wall. It does have a stopper up here, but those are kind of not good. I don't want to use the word C-R-A-P-P-Y, but they are. Okay, and then I noticed also one of the lights is out in the above the shower. And then you have a skylight over here, right? And you can see the split AC units are all mounted on the walls. Those do heat and AC. Those machines up there on the roof are going to be the condensers for these units. I don't have a remote control. I'll see if I can get it from the listing agent and turn all this on and test it. The next stop is going to be the roof. And then just so you guys know, you know, that little white disc, that's the sprinkler head. And you can see there's one over there, there's one over here, there's one over there, there's one in the bedroom over there, another one in this bedroom. So in the event of a fire, this is going to turn around and turn on and put the fires out. This outlet over here is also ground fault circuit interrupted. You can see it doesn't have a button over here, but it trips back over here. So in case you don't have power at the island, you could just come and reset it right over there, and now you have power again. Okay? Any questions? Reach out. Thanks.